Google, activate concentrate.
Sure, activating the concentrate.
Let's concentrate. Hi guys, this is Dr. Martin Peniak from Project Tao, and today I'm starting a new series of videos. Super excited, I'm so excited. So many things happening. You know, previously I was doing some workout videos during the corona outbreak. So I've done around 13. I was getting really bored of them as well towards the end. So yeah, that is now over, but I have some documentary from that period and you will find some crazy stuff there. So if you wanna check it out, I'll link a playlist at the end of this video. But we're starting a new project as of a few days ago, and we're gonna be building a solar system, complete solar system for a friend who moved from UK and who would like to live off the grid, quite close actually from here, maybe around 20 kilometers. So I've decided also like to share everything that we will be doing so that everybody could benefit. So what was happening is that my friend wants to run lots of equipment, washing machines, dishwasher, you name it, so it needs to be like a decent system, and I had the same problems here. Basically learning how to do that step by step. I've done like multiple systems and now it's pretty decent, so I can do it now faster and much cheaper and better basically. And compared to what the company would charge you, this is maybe 10th of the cost. It's just we are doing it just for the cost of the materials and to document this as a project, as we're starting to have more and more friends around who basically now thinking to live off the grid, which is something what I'm really, you know, hoping that more people will be doing, and I believe they will be doing. In parallel, we're also starting a new project with geodesic domes that we would like to sell together with a friend who started everything, in combination with the technology and solar panels and you know, aquaponics, perhaps whatever that might be, to accomplish the fact that anybody can move for cheap to live off the grid and keep their modern, you know, way of living. So that's sort of the idea, but it's just growing. It's gonna be crazy, I'm sure. So today's video will be about some of the equipment I started receiving from Amazon. I just picked it up, as you can see here, from my friend Frankie. He's willing and really nice guy who picks up all my packages from Amazon. He probably received like hundreds, you know. So thank you, Frankie, really appreciate it. And yeah, first I think I'll just show you the diagram that I created. I know there are also guys in Madrid, Shaolin Kung Fu, yo, what's up guys, that wanna replicate this sort of living. So I'm also doing this for them and for anybody else basically. Just to show that you can achieve that and it's gonna be pretty simple and it's no rocket science, anybody can do it. I had no clue about anything. I still have no clue, but more clue than before. So yeah, now I'm showing you this diagram, yeah? So if you look at the top, you will see the 4 solar panels. In this particular setup will be 4 solar panels of 370 watts, monocrystalline. I think there are 72 cells if anybody's interested, and together will be 1500 watts more or less. And this will be connected in parallel. I don't want to go into depth, but basically you can connect solar panels in series in parallel, depending on the use case, on how far, you know, the rest of the equipment will be from solar panels and so on. That will be another topic though. But this will be connected in parallel. That means that the volts of all the solar panels, when connected together, they remain the same, but the amps will be basically multiplied by 4, because there are 4 panels, so there will be 4 times more amps, and volts times amps equals watts. So you got, when you add it up all together, you're gonna have 1500 watts, okay? So all that energy will then go down cables that I haven't received yet, but today at least I'll be able to show you some of the things that I received. They will go down those cables to a combiner box, and that is what I can show you. There is the little box that you see there just under the roof, and that combiner box receives all the connections from the solar panels, from all the 4 solar panels. It supports up to 6, so we will be able to extend it as well in the future if we wanted to. Yeah, now I'm just removing a combiner box from my rucksack. Yeah, so this is how it looks. A combiner box receives input from 1 panel, 2 panel, 3 panel, 4 panels, and then combines it all together. Inside it got fuses, each 10 amp fuse, so it protects the circuit, and then the output goes out with these two these two leads here. That was the output cable. And let me see if I can show it to you how it looks from inside. So it comes with keys. You have two keys. The company is called Eco-Worthy. They also do other stuff. I tend not to buy anything else, but this combiner box is awesome, so I love it. It's also like waterproof to some degree. And when you look inside, I hope you can see it sort of. When you look inside, you have all the fuses here, you have a main, circuit breaker. It's awesome, you know. So this will be either outside or somewhere close inside, under the roof or what. And so this is the first part, the combiner box that receives all the inputs from the solar panels, adds it all up together, and then you just get the output two cables, which will go down to the charge controller. Charge controller is a device that converts all these volts and amps into something that is usable and that goes and charges the batteries. I will cover this as soon as I receive it, and I think it's gonna be this Monday, so there'll be a new video soon talking a little bit more about the charge controller and what it's doing. Now I just wanna give like a general overview of the stuff that I'm doing here, planning to do. I'll probably do also like technical videos later on, but I just want to keep it like brief for people who don't really care about technicalities. So I show you the combiner box. All right, so then it goes down to the charge controller, to the batteries. I haven't received the batteries yet, I haven't received the charge controller, but I did receive another important part, which is called the inverter. Yeah. And the inverter connects to the battery, and its role is to convert 12 volt, for example, depend on the inverter, but in our particular case, it's convert the 12 volt output from the battery to something that you can use in your daily life. You know, your just standard 220 volt appliances. So this inverter has also pure sine wave. Sometimes you get modified sine wave or whatever, and they are cheaper. And when you get these cheaper models, they can, they might not work exactly well with sensitive devices like laptops or maybe TVs or sensitive equipment. So I really recommend buying a pure sine wave inverter if you want to use, just your daily equipment that might be sensitive. So yeah, that is a pure sine wave inverter, and I'm gonna unpack it now. Let's have a look. So the inverter, like I said, converts 12 volts to 220, and you can plug in your laptop, washing machine, whatever you want, providing you have enough energy in the batteries and providing the inverter is powerful enough. There are classes of inverters, small inverters, 100 watts, 200, 300, 500,000, 5,000, depending on what you're doing. And since here we have a reasonable setup, we need a reasonable size inverter. In fact, it's as reasonable as the one that I recently got, because I now replicated the same setup for this person who is starting to live off the grid. And it is a 3000 watt inverter, 6000 that is for peak. So some devices, when you kick them out, kick them up, like fridge or Hoover, they might have a peak of draw of wattage that is higher than its rated, use during its normal consumption. So these inverters needs to also be able to handle that for a short period of time. So this one is really good. So far I didn't have a single problem. Maybe recently I've installed even air conditioning here. It's awesome. Everything is connected through the hub, Google Hub, and my own servers here I've written for the house. And I'm gonna be replicating and giving out all this information and software for free to anybody who is interested in basically living off the grid or starting similar project. I think it's gonna be awesome, and I think especially after the corona, more and more people are gonna be eager to do something about their lives. Also, not to say about the pollution, global warming, and all the all the good consequences that this could have for the humanity. I'm not trying to save the world. I'm trying to do my very best every day so that I can feel happy with myself. But I want to share it with everybody. I have the passion for that, and I think it's gonna be awesome. So, yes. Hey Google, turn on AC.
Okay, turning on AC.
Yeah, it's getting warmer. So there we go. All right, so this is the inverter. Oh yeah, and it comes with a little remote control as well. I don't use it at all. I mean, everything is voice control here, but if you care, you can just turn on and off the electricity here with this little remote. All right, so let me just show you how this could work. So there are two cables supplied. There could be thicker, but they should be good enough for this. They work for me. You have a plus and minus on one side and two fans. So when the inverter is working really hard, it can turn on fans to cool down. And the other side has two power outlets, 220. Bang! You plug it in, you get even a USB. Yeah. So this was around 350 whatever euros. Also, you can see that the total price of the system is around 3,000 euros. This is super cheap, and I'm pretty sure I can make it by 1,000 cheaper if you compromise on certain things, so it doesn't have to be 3,000, it can be 2,000. Here you also see we're paying for structure for the roof and for other things. So imagine for 2,000 you can run aircon, you can have internet, computers. Look at everything that we have here, not to show off what we have here, but I'm working in the IT with technology, so I need all these things, and also like being able to control stuff with voice and all this infrastructure. Even things like, hey Google, start cleaning. It really saves me time, like I know it might look like a gimmick, but it is not, trust me, Once you try it, it's awesome. It really saves you time, and you can use it more productively. Well, if you saw, you probably hear the sound, but we have a little robotic hoover there. It's got a little laser scanner at the top, and it's basically starting to clean now the whole house. And the interesting part about that is also you can see all the stats, like how many square meters it's doing in your room. You see the whole map if you wanted to. Let me see if I can show you. Sorry, I'm diversifying a little bit, but it's so exciting. And it's sort of related to the fact that here we are building a solar system, and I'm not connected to the grid. We have quite a bit of infrastructure. The setup is working solid 24/7. Also internet, we've got external internet, sharing internet even up to 30 kilometers with a neighbor using a little satellite radio dish. So lots of good project, and we've been here only 1 year, so imagine. Soon, probably like in the next week, we're gonna start building 2 geodesic domes. This is gonna be awesome. And this is the start of the new era, I think, where we'll be working on this sort of new way of living in nature with technology, but embracing technology and embracing nature at the same time. Hence the Project Tao name. The Tao means the one that encompasses everything and embraces, and the flow, Yeah. Let me see if maybe you start to see the hoover. Hey Google, stop cleaning. Yeah, sorry for the noise. So, you plug in these two cables here, screwed in, black and red, yeah, imagine. And these two cables just connect to the battery, to plus and minus. We will be doing 4 batteries that will be connected in parallel. So, one will go to one side, the other one will go to the other, and that's it. We have this. So, in theory, you could just plug your equipment here, but I wanted to add a little bit of a protection to the system and just make it a little bit more solid, So, in this case setup now, if I'm gonna show you the picture again. So look at the picture. At the bottom you see that there is a inverter. Yeah, check it out. So there is like 3000 volts inverter. Yeah, and to the left is the 220 volt outlet with a circuit breaker. So that is this. Yeah, ta-da. Yeah, so this little box simply gets power from the inverter, you know, using a cable like this. For example, you then just cut it. You install it where you want it, you leave the inverter where it needs to be, close to the battery, and you put this wherever you want. Yeah, so this is 20 meters in this case, because I know this lady probably will want to move it to some nice place. And yeah, that will just, this end will go to the inverter, and the other, well, I'll cut this and install this properly, that will go to the box. And then you just plug your devices here, you know, extension leads, whatever you want. Here in my setup I plug in Wi-Fi sockets that have the potential to measure electricity power consumption of every single device, and that is what you see on the screen there. Also humidity, temperatures, you know, inside, outside, everything is therefore automated. So like I said, whatever I do, I'll be able to replicate for anybody and share for free. So let this be the demonstration of what's possible, and I'm looking forward also to the next videos when I'll show you some more equipment coming. So at the moment we have this, and that is all there is to it, and I'll follow up with some new video on Monday. Take care guys, bye.